In this episode, very special episode, and it's special because the whole week went by and we survived. We're going to be talking about La Liga and EPL, right?
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes, sir.
And of course, always some FIFA20 action. Check it out.
And some personal stuff as well, right?
It's not get too personal. You son of a bitch.
We always get personal up in this business. Anyways.
Hey there, soccer fans. Are you kidding me? Episode 56. 56. How do you say that in Espanol?
5-6?
You sure?
No.
I'm going to look it up. Hold on. Let me look it up.
56.
Yeah, you're right. Cinco seis.
Listen,
if you don't know already, by the ridiculousness and the I would just say pure ignorance. Soccer Stupid, the soccer podcast with your host Louis and João.
Stupid.
You know what I did there? I said your
What'd you
name
do?
first. I always say my name first, but this time I said your name first. How do you feel about that? Tell us.
I feel it's just another episode. Hey man, if you want to say your name first, so be it. I'm still the better looking one over here.
That's very true. I like this soul patch thing you got going on there. I couldn't pull out the soul patch.
Dude, this is a hard work right here.
Yeah,
I'm actually now it's getting into my mouth. So I've been given my wife, she keeps telling me that I need to get rid of it. And I keep fighting the fight, Joao. I keep telling her, hey, you know what? I'm not Joao. I don't quit. I don't quit when my beard is actually getting bigger and bigger.
Hey, mine's coming back a little bit. I'm bringing it back. I'm going for round 2.
You're behind a couple of months now because
I know.
But anyways, you know what? I started late, so I guess it's fair, right?
I'm at the. You caught me sleeping at a bus stop, bench, and and you're like, "Sir, can I give you like a couple bucks and a sandwich?" That's where I am in my beard stage. It doesn't look like I have a beard. It just looks like I need to shave. You know what I mean?
It's more like a Karen is gonna call the cops on you and get you arrested.
Karen. Oh boy. Hey, we're not a political podcast.
This is not political. This is just facts. Facts of life, my brother.
All right, speaking of names, right? We're calling each other names. I don't know if we were doing that. I can't remember 5 seconds back. I'm like a goldfish where I have no memory, but I don't know what we talked about. But for the last, in the last podcast, we talked about how my kids had put together a PowerPoint presentation about having, bringing one cat into the family. And for many years, after our cats passed away, our college babies, and I think, they passed 15 years, 16 years later, so they were old cats. And I wanted to take what I was telling the family, a cat break. We got a dog, we had a dog when we had one of our cats, but then we have a dog and life is good. I'm like, I want a cat break. Just want to take just a little bit of a cat break, please.
Wait, didn't you want to get another dog?
Well, and I wanted a dog. My whole life, I grew up and my mom didn't want any dogs, any cats. I was not allowed it as a kid. So it was always like in me, like one day when I
grow up, when I become rich, and I'm wealthy, I'll give me a few dogs.
I'm gonna get a dog, and so we finally did that. But so in my cat break, and by cat break I mean like 40 years. Like I was gonna get one when I was like 80. And not live. I want my cats to outlive me and then eat me.
No, I thought they were gonna bury you. I was like, I was gonna say you're putting your
cats are
money in the wrong place.
Get his legs. No, but then like after a while, like your cats or whatever eat you. Like if you're left alone in your bedroom, and
I remember from like
a certain amount of time to eat you.
Well, I remember the show. What's it called? The Crypt something. Remember back in the day?
Oh, Tales of the Crypt. Tales of the Crypt, yeah.
Remember the old lady? She's a cat lady.
Yeah.
And then she has her cats, and eventually she passed away. And then the cats ended up. Well, the cats ended up with no food, and she ended up being eaten by her own cats.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, I think it's true. I think it's real. I think it's a real thing.
That's the reason why the show was done, because I'm sure somebody told the story about
what was the theme song? It's like it was Danny Elfman, the same guy who did the Simpsons opening. Dun, 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 dun. That's the Simpsons.
Right.
I don't remember. Tales of the Crypt. Dun, dun. It's kind of similar. Dun, 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 dun. No, it still isn't. Whatever. Anyway, so the PowerPoint presentation, I still hadn't agreed to it. And I was like, I want let's set up a follow-up meeting. I want the financial benefits in your PowerPoint slide. I want I gave him this whole follow-up thing about the finances, how much it's going to cost me and why having a cat outweighs the cost. What are the benefits? And right. they kind of did that too. They kind of came up with follow-up. I think the numbers were a little skewed. Like, they said something about like, litter being like $5 or something. Like litter is like $16. Like a whole pack of litter. Yeah.
If you go to Costco, you can get it for like $11.
I don't do Costco. I rather the convenience fee. I rather the convenience fee of not having to go to Costco.
Costco is a lifesaver at times because sometimes they have sales, and when we usually do is like we buy like bags of litter. We buy like because they go on sale for like $9, so we take advantage, and you can buy only 3 items per sale or whatever. So we tend to buy 3 of them or have 6 of them, so that way they'll last us for a while, and we wait till the next sale they have.
When did you start your job as the Costco sales representative of? I'm sorry. You were telling a nice story.
Anyway. No, I'm just saying that there's ways. You know what though?
Yeah.
For us especially, my wife and we used to have 4 cats. We 2 of them actually. My mom has them, and we have the other 2. But my mom got the pickier cats, meaning like they cannot eat just whatever because they'll throw on your carpet or they'll throw up everywhere. So she's the one dealing with the ones that actually get the expensive food, which I have to buy. But we have the we don't whatever they eat whatever it's here. We buy the cheapest Ralph's cat food and they'll eat it. And I mean, sometimes they'll throw up, but that's not normal for cats. Oh, but talking about cats, I have a story, dude. I don't know if I told this story before.
I'm in the middle of a story, but go ahead.
No, I know, but this is before I forget, because I've been wanting to tell you this story for a while. It's all
gonna circle back.
It's cat related.
Time is a flat circle.
So anyway, I have 2 cats, and they're both. One of them it's a feral cat. So he likes to be outside. So he'll spend the night outside, and he'll come in the morning and eat breakfast, and then he takes off again. So that's his life pretty much. But lately, they actually, I think it's one of them. He keeps hunting like mice, and he'll bring it and he'll leave it. He'll leave it in the back door. And so I wake up in the morning and I hate rats. Like I hate their tails.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Looking at them, it's just disgusting. So
Absolutely.
now I have to
wait. Even Pizza Rat? You think Pizza Rat's gross? That was pretty cool. You don't remember Pizza Rat? You don't remember Pizza Rat? He got really famous from dragging a cheese pizza down the New York train station, and it went like viral. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
Anyway, so now every week, Joao, there's a dead rat in the backyard, and or a dead something, and I'm like, well, the theory.
They're murderers, dude.
Yeah. Well, the theory behind it is that they're trying to reward you for being their owners, I guess. So they want to bring you food.
Yeah, it's a gift.
So it's a gift, and I'm like, I tell them, hey, we're okay right now. Don't bring food. I do not want to be cleaning these dead animals.
Shaking their little shoulders. Don't do it. Don't do it anymore.
So, yeah, dude. Now every month, we get a mice or a rat or something, and sometimes I cannot even look at it. So I'm like this. I'm trying to pick it up, and I'm like, disgusting.
I can't handle it either.
And then one of them,
I've done things where you put the broom in the dustpan, you put them in there, and I just throw the whole thing away, the broom and the dustpan. It's just too gross.
It backfired me because now it's summertime, and this thing's cooking there. Like if you leave it in the trash bin, it'll cook. So I put a bird in there, and I put a mouse. maybe I think it was like a month ago, and then I didn't even put a bag over them. I just threw it in there.
Oh,
Dude,
no.
I'm not kidding you. Yeah, I'm not kidding you. There were maggots in there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Flies all over. And then my wife was like, "See, I told you, you're supposed to bag them, double bag them, so that way you don't have to deal with now the maggots."
You're like, you do it next time.
I know. I keep. No, yeah, she knows that I'm disgusted by it.
Why is it that way? By the way, they're like, you should have done this, you should have done that, and you're like, why didn't you do it? And they're like,
yeah,
no, you do it, and I will tell you how you didn't do it right. It's very true. It's very true.
So anyway, so that's my story about my cats. So
you're making it very hard for me to be excited about mine now.
No, go. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm going to fast forward it so we can get to the saucer PowerPoint presentation. It was one cat, quickly turned into two cats. I said, okay, if I get to name the boy cat, which we did, and we have them both today. One of them was dropped off this morning. Then we had to go pick up the other one. The first one is Ponyo. Welcome, Ponyo.
You know what Coño means?
The João family.
Wait. Do you know what Coño means?
No, not Coño.
Oh, I thought I said Coño.
Coño is like booty, right? Or butt?
Balls. Like, oye, Coño.
That's right. No, Ponyo.
Oh,
Ponyo. Like the movie, the Miyazaki movie.
Is that a fish movie?
It wasn't quite a fish. It was like this alienish. I don't think you really understand what Ponyo is.
Yeah.
But supposedly it's a girl. They went through all the names, and finally the kids went with Ponyo. And then I chose Pippin for the boy. And Pippin is, clearly by
Scottie
Lord of
Pippen.
the Rings. Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen could be it. But that one of the hobbits from the Lord of the Rings. I'm a Lord of the Rings guy. Lord of the Rings guy. And also, I'm very excited because if you watch that movie again, Gandalf yells at Pippin quite often that he's a fool of a took. It's from the Took family. So whenever he poops on the dinner table, I'll be like, "You fool of a took!" So I'm waiting for that moment. I'm following him around, waiting for him to be a jerk. So "You fool of a took."
Oh, he will very soon. Don't worry about that. Wait. So are you happy about having cats now, or what?
Yeah,
because if you were, like you say, you went on a sabbatical, a 40-year sabbatical, so now it turned into a year or 2 years?
1 year. Yeah, it's 1 year since the male cat passed. Yeah. I know, but I'm fine. I'm happy with how happy they are, and I knew from the very beginning that I wasn't going to actually have a real choice out of this. It's not like I walked in there going, "I'm the decider." At some point, sometimes some decisions are made. Yeah, exactly. Some decisions are made, and you're just you can pretend like I haven't decided yet, guys. Don't get too excited.
You want to show that you still have a little bit of power there.
Yeah, no, zero power.
Even though it's already like told, like they could probably kick you out and be like, "We're keeping the cats.
Yeah,
Get out of here."
But I don't mind cats, and as long as they made a promise that they'll do the litter, they'll do these things. Dude, on day one, today's day one, they're already one of them pooped, and my son he put his shirt over, and he threw up in his shirt. He threw up in his shirt because it was too gross for him. I'm like, that's it. My life is ruined.
It becomes your job, bro. It becomes your job.
No, what the heck, man? Not fun. Not fair.
I have to clean the litter box every day, and at the beginning it was I think we had a similar story, you and I, because I remember back when you used to have your cats, you and your wife used to take turns, right?
Yep.
But then eventually it becomes your job.
But it started when she was pregnant with our son, our firstborn, and it's the cat feces and the litter or whatever is could be poisonous or whatever. So from that day into flash forward to 13 years, I was the scooper. I'm like, why am I still the scooper?
Why are you still pregnant? The wife, I told the wife about your cats, and she's like, well, tell him good luck with another 16 years of his life. So be ready for another 16 years, man.
Yeah, I count 18 years. But yeah, I know. I'm going to be like 40 years old by the time this
That's a good one. Time
zips. All right, let's get into the saucer. Are you ready? Have you been watching any Saucer? As I have.
I've been watching here and there.
Here and there.
It's been a different story. You know,
Yeah.
I'm back to doing my
strokes.
chores. I'm back to work here at home, so I don't have the liberty.
Which translates to you guys are in a good state right now, which means you gotta actually get back in it. She's not mad at you anymore, and so you have to help out.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Superwoman left, and I think she left for good because she had a chat with me after we had a show about me having days off. Now it's like even when we're having bad days, I'm gonna have to do some work. The life that I've chosen, Joel.
What happened to you? You sent me a photo from the last pod. You know, you did this whole she's mad at me, and we made it. We changed one of the we named like one of the podcasts. You know, Angry Wife, Happy Life, or something like that, or Mad Wife, Happy Life. And then he sent me a photo at the end of our episode after we finished recording. There was like a photo of like a rag or like a baby rag that had like either yogurt or applesauce all over it, and it was all over your computer keyboard. And I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, now it's affecting the pod. What happened? What the heck happened there?
We're not gonna go over details because details are pretty. You know, it's not PG. It's not PG. Yeah, that's like a counseling podcast that we need to build after this one. No, yeah, things got pretty rough, and this laptop, you know, I'm not gonna say, you know, my personal laptop got showered with yogurt, and now some of the keys don't work. Oh. So you know, you gotta improvise and somehow find a different way to get your keyboard to work. So now I added so I have two keyboards. I have the laptop keyboard and I got what
a smart guy. I thought you were just gonna spell like all your words. I had to like decipher.
Well, the problem.
What is this?
The problem is that she's not gonna pay the damage she caused this poor laptop, and so. Ugh. It's you know what though? Sometimes you have to take your losses, right? You just gotta take them because for the better of the family, and you gotta eat it. And so I did that, and now we're in good terms. And let's hope that it's gonna continue. And it's been a good week. It's been a good week.
That's good.
But anyways,
good weeks.
Enough about me.
All right, but back to me.
Wait.
What?
I heard you went camping this week. What's up with that?
I did go camping. I went camping. That's what I did. I went freaking camping. It was my first vacation in like 7 or 8 months. That's probably the longest I've got. In my previous employment, I did a lot of vacationing, especially in the last couple of years. I tried to get some days off in there. It was my first one in like I would say 8 months since I started the new gig, and it was nice. It was really nice, really nice. We did a beach camping. Santa Barbara, and it's like a really nice little campsite, and it's nice. And it was a little concerning because initially we almost didn't do it because it's not the camping itself, but it's the sharing the bathrooms. Like they had those little bathrooms everywhere, and so we were concerned about like just being in them and having touched the doorknobs. But we had gloves, we had masks, and also we had a makeshift toilet that my wife made. There's a bucket toilet you can buy, but all the preppers, you know what a prepper is? Like the end of the world preppers. Yeah, the guys who the guys who think
preppers, yes.
Yeah. So those are all like bought out. So we got a Home Depot bucket and a what do you call it? A toilet seat, like a cheap toilet seat. Fits perfectly. And and she did all the research, and you put like a garbage bag and cat litter, going back to the cats thing.
In there. Wow.
Just for the pee.
Okay.
And and that way you don't have to middle of the night have to keep getting up, forever and stuff like that. So that's our that's our. I remember I told my boss about it. I'm like, I'm going camping and we weren't gonna go, but the wife figured this out and we got a bucket. And he goes, okay, Good luck with your bucket. Thanks,
dude. That's pretty smart though. Like,
she's a smart lady. She's very smart,
dude. Yeah.
That's why I married her. Yeah. She's the brains.
That's why. Yeah.
I'm the litter scooper. She's the brains.
You're the stupid.
I'm the stupid in soccer, stupid, and in my own life.
In your personal life.
But I did miss Sasser. I recorded my games, so we left Wednesday, like late evening. We stayed Wednesday night, stayed Thursday, got back Friday. Then I did have to do all the unpacking and all that. It was, camping was a big trip. It's a lot going on. So I did have to record all my Sasser, and we watched. What was that? What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say. What? Talking about the camps, what regulations are they having?
You are refusing to talk about soccer, aren't you?
No,
you don't want this to be a soccer podcast anymore, do you?
No, because
Mourinho behind me. Look at him. Look how angry he is.
We got a coronavirus spike, and you're like camping over there. So I want to know, they're so like okay with people camping and spreading the virus even more. Come on, Joao. Aren't you supposed to like be that guy who's like, I'm not leaving home until this is over?
And by the way, we are super cautious. We are actually quite cautious. We're quite cautious people. And I wear a mask when I walk around my block to walk my dog. Come on. How many people do that? Who does that? I do that. You do it. All right.
And yet you went camping.
And in the camping, like there's nobody, you have everyone's in their spaces. So it's not like you camp with like 6 families who are in with you. We have a very specific family that we go to. And they don't do anything just like us. And we've had like backyard barbecues. So we call them social distance barbecues. They come over and everyone kind of is distance and stuff. So it's like it's a family who is already our kind of what we call our quarantine circle. So it's not like some random family. It's not like we're bringing our kids to like the park and playing soccer with a Russian coach who is.
The coronavirus is like really afraid of Russians. Have you heard of any Russian cases?
That's true.
Coronavirus is like, we don't want to mess with that.
Maybe we're on to something. Let's not talk about it anymore. I don't want to shut down Soccer Stupid. Are you ready to fucking talk about Soccer Stupid or soccer? Are you ready?
Can we ask another question though?
Wait, let me go back. Are you ready to talk about fucking Soccer Stupid?
Hey, why are we using that kind of language here, man? Don't you know there's kids?
I called you stupid. I'm sorry. I felt bad the minute I said it. You can't see. Folks who are just listening can't see the hurt and the pain.
Oh yeah. Actually, I stopped recording by mistake right here, dude. I don't know what happened.
Did you really?
Stupid thing. Yeah. I don't know what happened. They started it, but somehow it just stopped. I don't know why.
We were so close.
Anyway, so let's talk about soccer. Yeah. Soccer. So 56.
We're trying to have a professional podcast here. Professional podcast. Here, you're the guy. I was on holiday as the British say. You talk about La Liga. You tell us what happened in the world of La Liga. Messi got his 700 goal.
I mean, we did talk about that last week.
I saw you looking on your phone. I was being a professional by giving you. I was stalling for you so you can be like, "Bam, here it is." Instead of,
"Hey, I'm good, bro. I'm good." No, well, La Liga. It seems like it's been called for already. I think we already have a winner.
Yeah.
And it looks like Real Madrid will be taking La Liga this year.
Wow. Yeah. Benzema.
I haven't eaten. I haven't slept in days because I'm so depressed. Actually, you know what? Benzema he's been great for them. Dude.
Do you think
funny story.
Yeah, go ahead.
Funny story. Real Madrid hasn't really dominated their teams, but they're winning. And that's what matters right now. Winning is what matters. So they've been winning like 1-0, again, 1-0. It's very, very, very like the margin is very small. But they're winning, and so right now they're 4 points ahead of Barcelona. So let me double check that really quick. Yeah, they actually have 80 points, and Barcelona has 76. So if they win out, I think they have like 5 games left or four more games. If they win out, I think it's over. I mean, I don't see them stumbling, especially because they had the more favorable schedule towards the end. And it doesn't matter because they still play the same teams throughout the whole year. So there's no reason you can take that away from them. So it looks like Real Madrid, it will be the champions this year. And Barcelona,
you can't win every season, right? You just can't. You can't.
I mean, Barcelona, I think, won the last 3 or something like that. So it's okay to sometimes lose. And Barcelona has a chance to also win the UEFA and also Copa del Rey. So they have their hardware that they may be able to pick up this year. But as far as the Liga, Real Madrid has deserved it. And funny story, Joao. Remember we were talking about the coach, Zidane. Whatever. Yeah, I mean, he left, and Real Madrid was like really struggling. And I was one of those skeptic guys. I was like, I don't think if he comes back.
Where'd you go to, like PSG?
No, I think he just left. Like, I don't think he coached anybody. Yeah. He just left the team, and I think he was already like burned out or something like that.
Well, he left before, and then he came back.
Yeah, he left, and then Real Madrid were like, "Hey, we desperately need you." Like, I guess whatever.
Wait, so he left? He left before the season that they're about to win?
He left. No, he left the season, I think. You remember that when I think it was a World Cup, they had that one coach that was supposed to coach the national team, but there was a lot of drama there, and then he ended up coaching Real Madrid, and they fire the national team, fire him because they were like, hey, this is like conflict of interest. You can't be coaching a league team and then Spain. So he ended up taking the job, which failed miserably. And then that was when Zidane was like out, and so they called him back. I think they had another coach in between. I don't remember. But then they called him back, and Real Madrid was really struggling. I think it was the beginning of the season. They were really struggling, and then I was like, they need a miracle, and I don't think coaching is a miracle, and I've been proved wrong.
Yeah.
Because now they're about to win La Liga, and they're still in the UEFA Championship too. And even though they are losing right now to, I
wonder if there's anything to do with when you have somebody like Ronaldo's stature, if you will, for lack of a better word, and when he leaves, it gives kind of other people who are I always thought the Benzemas were great. There's some other players who's right now I got beer brain, can't think of any names. And then you got who's Bale, right? Who's also pretty excellent.
Right.
But it gives those guys who are clearly already like superstars kind of a time to shine in a sense, right? Do you think that has any effect with like him leaving and then all of a sudden not that they were already a pretty great team, but him leaving and then you have like those kind of players really stepping up and then taking them to winning the league. You think that has any kind of pull with it? Effect. That's the word I was looking for. Effect.
Yeah, well, I think it does because a lot of the times great players kind of they need the ball, right? A lot of these players rely on also having the ball. But now because you have a Ronaldo, you have to give in because you would rather win than for you to showcase your talent and yet not win. So they take some of their quality, and that happens that happens in Barcelona a lot, and it's happening right now with Griezmann as well. Griezmann hasn't had a good game because the format it's made for Messi and not Griezmann. But this past week, Messi decided to take a different role. Instead of being the goal scorer, he became the creator. And now Griezmann had a great game. Yeah. So same thing in Real Madrid. With Ronaldo's not the type of guy who's gonna give up his statue or
no way.
He's not gonna give it up. So the players have to adapt, and by adapting, I mean they'll lose some of their quality of play. And now, you see Benzema, and they have. I think I don't know if it's Vinicius. He's a great player. He's a young player, and they have you said Bale earlier. Yeah. So now they're looking they're playing as a team. Let's put it that way. Now they're a team instead of a one man team. So it's paying off.
Yeah.
At least for the time being, and they're winning. So
Let's see.
for them.
Yeah, good for them. Yeah. Don't be sad though. They'll be back. They'll be back.
Well, talking about La Liga, there were some rumors like 2 weeks ago that Messi might leave Barcelona.
What?
Yeah, but because
that is like an annual rumor. I mean, I feel like I've been hearing that for the last like 10 years.
Well, I mean, Barcelona, every time Messi comes out with something like that, they kind of get desperate and they kind of cater, right? They're like, okay, who do we need to get in order for him to stay and keep him happy? And I think that's where they're at right now. Like, they gave up Arthur, as you know. He went to Juventus. And
Brazilian.
Brazilian. So now they got another player. Can't remember his name right now. But again, they're trying to make the moves so Messi is still happy, because somebody put like a post on Facebook like, oh, Messi's such a crybaby. Oh, one of our friends. And I said, well, if you want to win, sometimes you have to act that way, right? I mean, it's all about winning.
Yeah.
You want to play to win. So, and if you're the greatest player in the world, you will get what you want, or else you're like, I'm done,
Yeah, I'm sure he gets a lot of pull with Barcelona and the entire club from all the way to the top, right? You don't want to lose Messi, not only as a great player, clearly, but also the name recognition, the shirts. We're talking about we're talking about also. You can't forget that soccer is a business, right? So you lose that name, forget about it. And then not only that, then they're really restructuring. Now they are finding the next Messi. They're trying to find, and they're going to be, sort of they'll still have the money to be a big club, but they're going to be, they're going to be a contender. I mean, everybody else will be a contender, right? Once you kind of take that out.
Well, like for example, Real Madrid, right?
Give me an example.
When Ronaldo left, they became, the second team in Spain.
Right.
And that's the thing that they hate the most. Like, Barcelona and Real Madrid, they want to be number one. So even though they might lose a great player, but you're not competing against the other teams. You're just competing against Barcelona. So Barcelona and Real Madrid, they always try to find a way to keep, outdoing each other, right? When it comes to talent and winning.
For hundreds of years. For like 100 years.
100 years. So as long as as Real Madrid and Barcelona are there, there's always going to be that competitiveness against those two teams. So.
Yeah, I see it. And don't forget, second place is the first loser. Second place is first loser.
The worst.
That's why remember when Messi lost in the what was it? Was it the World Cup? Was it Copa America? When
he also lost in the World Cup against.
Yeah, he did that second place. Well, I just remember that second place walk. Remember, and he was just like shoulders forward, and like, yeah, he was very sad.
Well, the worst part about that was that he was the best player of the World Cup, right? So you're getting your medal for being the best player, and yet you did not bring the cup to your country. So yeah. It's a double whammy.
I always feel with him especially in the World Cup, and I'm sure that's part of why you can imagine the scramble on Barcelona. But I always get the impression that he's not playing with people at his stature. You know what I mean? Like he's just not. He doesn't get that that same performance, and it's got to be pretty frustrating. Like when you're at a level, right?
Well, because think about it, Barcelona is built for Messi.
Yeah.
And so when he goes to Argentina, it's not the same because now you have all these players coming from, England, Italy, and Argentina. And so the quality of play is not the same. And I don't think they get enough time to build that, nucleus between the team. So I think that kind of like makes Messi like struggle with them, and again it's kind of a sad because some teams are able to gel quickly, right? Like France did, in the World Cup, and their players show up, and that's another thing about Argentina. Higuain in Germany, and Higuain is known for that. Higuain is known for like not making the big shots when he has them, like they're there for him to take and make.
Yeah.
But he just misses.
He does. So, he does that in FIFA20 also on Piemonte. At least for me.
At least they got something right? At least they got something right. FIFA20. You got Higuain right.
You got Higuain right. He always looks like, again, he doesn't have like the footballer physique. He just was like somebody's uncle who's like, hey, put on this jersey, get out there, show the kids you can still play. He just kind of looks like, I don't know why. It's just something about just his shape and how he is. He doesn't look like a footballer to me.
I agree.
But he's somebody's
he's
favorite.
Great though.
Somebody's favorite out there.
No, but Higuain is a good player though. I mean, you can't take that away from him. It's just that the big games he sometimes forgets to show up. But overall, he's a scorer. He has some good plays here and there. So that's why he's playing for Italy. I mean, otherwise he would be playing in South America or something like that. But so he's still valuable to teams. Can't take that away.
No, you cannot take that away. You can't.
So,
sorry, go ahead. Do you still have some La Liga to talk about?
Well, I mean, I was gonna, finish with that. I mean, La Liga pretty much is, it's taken by Real Madrid, Barcelona second, and Atletico third. And I don't know if you got to watch the game, Barcelona versus Atletico. That was your boy.
Tell me.
Yeah, Costa should have stayed home. Just like David Luiz should have stayed home against Chelsea that one game. He made a few mistakes. One of them, actually, he scored an own goal, and I think that was the first goal. The ball hit him, and the ball went right into the net. So that's how Barcelona had the first goal, and then he just made another mistakes here and there. But luckily, Atletico Madrid were able to come out with a 3-3 tie.
Yeah.
And that was, remember we talked about how that was going to define the season for Barcelona and Real Madrid, and probably did, because they only got 1 point instead of 3. Even though Barcelona should have won it, but that's how the ball rolled.
I'd love to see Costa back in the English Premier League. Because now that I'm not going back, there isn't any future, it seems, for MLS, going back anytime soon. You know what I mean? And at least playing in England. I'd love to get him back in. And we're back with Mourinho. Come on. Look at this guy. Look at his face behind me.
Dude, why is he upset?
Those who you're
was that
listening. I got Mourinho behind me here.
Was that after your interview with him? Is that
he's mad. He's mad. No, this is either he's pissed off about a call, he's upset at Harry Kane about something. He's upset. He's always upset. I think he's kind of like, he's like Pep in that respect, where he's never happy, just pure perfectionist. He may not be able to pull the team together like Pep can and get the ticky-tacky, that's Pep style, but at least get the team to actually work as one functioning team. Yeah, but you can tell that's a perfectionist face right there. Can't see it. That's a man who will never be happy until his dying day.
Probably they're winning 5-0, and he's still not. Somebody did something that.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, how many times have you seen Pep with the 5-0 win, and then they even call the whistle, and you see him grabbing one of his players and having some sort of like, I swear to God, I think when he won the league last year, or in the 2018-2019 season, he was, I think, was it like Gabriel Jesus? Or no, it was like it was Kun Aguero, somebody. I can't remember who it was. We talked about this on the pod a long time ago. It was like the day that they were like, they're champions, and then he's like, and then cut to him, he's like scolding one of the players about, whatever happened in that particular game, perfectionist. That's Pep, right there, perfectionist.
Yeah, well, Pep is the type of guy who you could win for him, but if he didn't win the way he wanted you to win, he'll be like, well, that was garbage.
That was garbage.
Yeah. What are you doing? Like, that's not the way you're supposed to win.
There's a classic, and I think I sent this to you. There's a a video of him storming into, I don't remember what game it was, but storming into the locker room, and you're watching like the biggest players in the world that and they all just like literally as he comes in, he's like, everybody sit the fuck down, and they're all like immediately shutting up, and he's just berating them. Just pissed, So there's like a respect, but a little bit of a fear, right? I mean, it's interesting to watch them. You as a player or you as a fan watches like, big, guys that you're like, oh my God, if I saw this guy. But like, they're almost like children when like, somebody like Pep walks in, you know what I mean?
Teacher, catches you doing something, or your mom, you're like, oh, what happened? Please don't hurt me.
Exactly. And speaking of, did you watch the game where they crushed Newcastle United 5-0? 5-0.
They looked good. It's funny how you can't. Newcastle's not doing that great either, but they actually won against Liverpool, remember, and then they lost. And you made sure to let me know. It was a 1-0 game.
I did.
Yeah, you did. Who did they? I forgot who they lost against, but and you said they had an opportunity at the end, and somehow it hit the post or something, and ended up at 1-0, them losing. But they came back. They came back, and they did their job this time around. 5-0, man. I felt like it was such an easy game for them. All the big names scored. Jesus scored, Sterling scored, Silva scored, Maris scored. And I can't remember the last. Probably they double scored one of them.
Sterling and the 90th, yeah.
And they made that game so easy. It just like I feel like they were just like running the ball, and whenever they wanted to, they find the net. So but again,
Newcastle's down to they're in the 13th spot, or Manchester City's in the second spot. But it's also, it's just great. Even though the league is kind of, went to Liverpool, Man City's clearly going to get second in that. But I'm still having fun watching these fantastic players do what they do best, right? And again, before this all happened, and we had those dates come up where like the first games coming up in since COVID in the last. I think it was like 3 months, sabbatical. I wondered if these players would have sort of like, they wouldn't have mid-season form anymore. That they would have like, legs, like fresh legs. You know what I mean? Like they would not be playing as well as they would. But you're watching these games, and they're just like, there's been an incredible amount of goals. I do want to talk about the Tottenham game because there was Tottenham played Bournemouth, and I think God, I don't have the score's not in front of me. Do you have that, Louis?
What is it?
This is when here. Look at this. This is when that soccer TV app. You can't see it was my screen. The soccer TV app failed me again.
Mourinho was like, nope.
Mourinho is like, nope. But it failed me again. Look up the Bournemouth versus Tottenham game. What was
that was a 0-0 game.
Was it 0-0? It's not showing up on here.
Yeah, it was a 0-0 score.
But in that game, Harry Kane.
I have it right here. And it was a 0-0 score.
He was taken down in the penalty box, and VAR was reviewing it, and they decided no penalty. And this was another one of another awesome, very Mourinho-esque press conference afterwards, where they asked him, what did you think about, VAR not siding with Harry Kane, whatever, and he was like, just something about like, the people who are very powerful, and I have nothing to say about that, and he's just basically going off on the referees, just having, like he goes on to say that, he says anything, he's gonna get blasted for it. He's not gonna argue it. He's just right. He's mad about it, but he's not gonna talk about it.
he plays passive aggressive, very right. He's like, no, I'm not gonna say. I don't want to be suspended. But the referees, they're not good. So you still throw it there, like.
Yeah, no, it's great, and I think it's just one of those another Mourinho moment where he's like, "Nah, I'm not gonna talk about it. Not gonna talk about it. Nope, no, not my style. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it."
That's why we love him.
Oh, that's why we love him. And that's why he's behind me. I love this guy. See him? Oh,
yeah.
Do we look like?
Oh, I was confused. Which one is Joao and which one is Mourinho? That just like identical twins.
It's identical. Before we end the pod, I don't have any FIFA stories themselves. I'm still on my sabbatical, and with work and getting everything prepped for my vacation, my holiday. I have not played any. Tell us what's going on in your FIFA 20 world.
Well, before moving to FIFA 20, and we forgot to mention this at the beginning of the show. UEFA is coming back.
Oh,
the UEFA is coming back, Joao. So I'm excited for it.
Wait, but Liverpool isn't in it. Do we
that's why I'm excited. That's why I'm excited. There will be a new champion this year, and actually, as you know, some of the teams are still playing. I think it's around round of 16. I think it is.
Yeah.
Round of 16, and that will be Juventus, which lost against Lyon. We remember that. I think it was like a 1-0 game. I think. Well, anyways, so Man City is playing Real Madrid, and Man City is actually up 1 goal, and they're playing at home. So that's a big advantage for Manchester City. I think they have to win because who knows what's going to happen to them next year. And then we have Bayern and Chelsea. I think Bayern is actually going to take that one, and Barcelona and Napoli. I think Barcelona is up 1.
Who's going to take it? Who's going to take the whole thing?
I know PSG. If they can put it together this year, because I feel like Real Madrid are still peaking, and Barcelona seems like they're like in a plateau where you don't know what team is going to show up. So I don't know. PSG has been that team that has been knocking the door for a while, and who knows, man? Maybe this is their year. Or even Manchester City. Manchester City is looking good too. They really are. They beat Real Madrid at home, and that's a big advantage coming back, to England. So who knows? We may have a completely new champion. Manchester City or PSG might come up. And again, you can't still leave the elites out, like Barcelona, Real. They might do one of the comebacks and win it all. But so it's going to be exciting. So then we have for the quarterfinals, we already have 4 teams already. They're going to play each other. Atalanta against PSG. So it looks like PSG should have an easy quarterfinal, maybe. Who knows? And then we have Leipzig against Atletico Madrid. I think Atletico Madrid beat Liverpool, if I'm not mistaken. Don't remember.
Doesn't sound right.
So yeah, man, UEFA is coming back.
But
UEFA is coming back, and that will be August, so next month. So I'm looking forward to that.
Me too.
Because now we're gonna have. Well, I don't think the leagues are gonna be on anymore. I think the leagues are gonna pretty much end.
They're gonna be done. Exactly. Yeah.
So then we go from one to the other. So that should be fun.
We'll be talking about that.
We're gonna be focusing a lot in the UEFA this year, more than we have the past years, because that's going to be the only thing.
Who am I going to pick? Am I going to have to go PSG? You were a PSG fan back in the day. I'm a Premier League guy, and I would usually go with the Premier League team. But since it's Manchester City,
well, Chelsea's still there.
Yeah, Chelsea. Yeah, I guess there's Chelsea. Also, not a huge Chelsea guy. There go the Chelsea earbuds. Bam, gone. I don't know. Maybe I'll follow my Brazilian brother, Neymar. Right? He got a little bit, got some Cavani action. Does Cavani still do the bow and arrow when he scores goals?
I haven't seen.
Just like the Legolas.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's UEFA. So let's move on to FIFA 20. FIFA 20 hasn't been nice to me. I was on a high.
I wish we had like I wish we were like had a live audience and everybody went.
Oh. No, the thing about FIFA 20, I took a break, like you did, and I feel like those breaks are not good for you because when you're winning, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're on a winning streak. I was on a winning streak before
Wait, you
I
went on a
took a
winning
break.
streak and then took a break?
Yeah,
Oh
because
yeah,
I,
you can't do that. You
no.
got to ride a winning streak until it falls apart.
The
Then
problem is that stuff happens.
I went downhill, and then I took a break.
Yogurt in my computer and other stuff like that completely changed my
I gotta
FIFA 20.
I gotta write that
You
down. By the
know,
way, that's going in the title. Yogurt computer.
my yogurt computer. Oh man, she's gonna watch it. And there's gonna be another fight. Damn you, Joel. Anyway.
Yeah. No, I'm. I think we lost you. Are you still there? I'm laughing. Oh no, I think my Wi-Fi is doing that thing. Oh no, this is not going to be good, everybody. It's not going to be good at all. My Wi-Fi is doing this thing where it's going up and down, and then Louis is completely frozen on the screen. Oh, what happened? You were talking about FIFA. Talking about FIFA 20. You're talking about falling apart as a person in the game. What the hell, man? What's going on? Was you're supposed to leave, not when you're up here. You're supposed to leave when you're down here. Like I took my sabbatical when I was falling apart, but you're taking the sabbatical when you're winning all the time? What's going on?
Well, I told you about the drama I was going through, man. Yogurt in the computer, like that completely messed up my week. And so I decided, I some of the argument was that I was spending too much time playing games, which I don't
Who's
agree
arguing?
with.
Who's arguing?
The wife, she was arguing that, oh, you play video games, you don't clean up. So I told myself, you know what, let me take a break. That way, it doesn't look bad.
I'm starting to understand the yogurt towel more and more now.
Right. So, computers completely destroy. So then I took a week off. I took a couple of days off, and I was like, you know what, I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready with these fingers. I'm ready to go to war. And first game, boom, 1-0. A game that I should have won. A game that I lost. A game that I felt that I was better than
the
person.
Face I made was like, wow, you took a sabbatical and you won your first game.
No, he said, you are going to be promoted to Division 6. And I was excited. I was like, I'm gonna get there before Joao, because you've been stuck in Division 7 for a while. I've been stuck in Division 7 for a while. So I was a happy camper. I'll be
in 8 very soon. I'll be in 8 very soon. I promise you this.
I was happy that I only needed like maybe three more games to win, and I would have made it to Division 6. Now starting off with a loss that I should have won. And second game I was like, okay, let me play another game. And then second game was the same story. And there were very close games. I scored first. The second game I scored first.
Yeah.
And then he scored, and then I scored again, and then he scored, and then second half he completely scored 2 more goals and winning that game. And now it went from like, you're gonna be promoted to you're gonna be relegated, because I'm not making the points to even stay in Division 7. So I don't know how many more games I have left, but I'm hoping that I'll stay there, because I'm tired of relegating, Joao. I'm tired of relegating.
Try to stay in. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Like, I can only stay in 7. Like, I would start out with the pattern was always the same. I would start out with a very bad opening, like first 3 games lost, and then I would
Same here.
somehow, and it even would to the point where it would say it tells you the projection. So projection, relegation. And they would always say that to me, and then somehow I win, and then I just you've made it. You've just finally made it.
You made it to stay. You're not going forward, but you're not going back.
The break I'm taking. This is the worst I've done. And I think it's 5-0-0, right? Or no, it's 0-0-5. I think lost is end. Yeah, it's lost, wins, wins, loss, wins, ties. Jesus, I can't talk. Too many beers. Wins, ties, losses, and I'm like 0-0-5. So I'm you know what? This is hurting my feelings a little bit. I'm gonna take a break.
This
I'm gonna
remote
take a
control
break.
is about to take over the finger.
So I have not played. I would have to say like maybe since last. It's been at least a week. I haven't played since over the weekend. I would say. I
Oh
would say.
wow!
Yeah.
By the way, I think it's today where they're opening up. They're gonna open up the cup thingy.
Oh
You know
yeah,
how we
yeah,
play
yeah.
online.
I want you to play.
I think
Yeah,
it's today. So
yeah.
I might go back home and
Do it because it's like it
keep
doesn't
my
hurt and it doesn't hurt your seasons. It doesn't hurt. It's just like it's
just your
interesting to
feelings.
see it because it hurts your feelings. Really hurts your
But you
feelings.
said the competition is very
That's what I'm trying to say. It's like
unique.
you're gonna get somebody who is above Division 7 or more. Like people who are like gunning. Like maybe you get lucky and you play somebody like you. Because obviously there's us trying to play these games, so you will run into an us. I've not run into an us yet. Every time I play, it's just like some like a dude who can do like
Massacre.
yeah,
Just a
come at you
massacre.
and
Yeah,
do
it's
a
just like
twirl and go keep like you're just like you're falling apart as a person. You kind of watch it going, holy shit, this kid plays like 8 hours a day. You know what I mean?
religiously.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's pretty much what they
I
do.
loved. I still to this day, and I haven't played like so many of them, but I had definitely not beat ever won a game where you get into like the next. It starts you out in the semifinals in the cups. Yeah, so you
That's
go to
not bad
semifinals.
at
Yeah, so
all.
you do the semifinals, you go to quarterfinals, then you go to the finals, and it's so I've never gotten into past semifinals.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
gonna I'm gonna try my luck tonight, and I'm
do
sure I'll
it.
be disappointed.
I might
But
do if that's still going. Maybe I'll only do that because I at least don't. I don't go into those games. Maybe that's my problem, but I don't go in those games like I got this. I'm gonna win. You know what I mean? And then I get destroyed. I'm like, let's see what's going on. Hopefully, I get somebody who's just trying out.
please. How long is it open for? Like a couple of days?
It tells you on there. It says like it'll tell you like just like it tells you how many days till the next one. It tells you how
Right.
many days and until it closes basically. So check it out, man. I'm curious.
I will do that.
How
I
you'll
will do
do.
that tonight.
I'm curious how you'll do.
I gotta
Send
get
me,
my fingers
send me a
calluses
note.
back.
Send me a note. Send me a note.
I will. I will show you the 10-0. I'm sure you can quit too, right? Where you're like, they don't give you a mercy rule, so you just gotta
Yeah.
throw the flag, or throw the towel. It's kind of like, I'm done.
Tanya, I don't quit. I don't quit unless it's like 75 in the first half. Before we end the pod, I do want to do a beer of the pod. So we have something to plug. We keep plugging the pod as much as possible. That is the goal, Louis. That is the ultimate goal. Sorry, I went on a tangent there. From Three Sheeps Brewing, water slides. Oh, you can't see the label. Oh, these damn Zoom
You need,
backgrounds.
you need to get rid of that background
I know.
because we see like
Uh,
pieces and
yeah, there
bits
you
and
go.
pieces of
You
it.
can't see it.
Is
Well,
that a sheep or
I'll post
something?
it.
Is
It's
it
a
a
little
sheep?
sheep. It's a little sheep.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah, I
post
guess
it
I saw
on
that right.
Instagram and on Facebook and our Twitter and whatever else we have. It's a great beer. It's really yummy, and I recommend it to
Well, what do you grade it?
everybody out there. I'm gonna give it like a 7.5. It's
Okay,
pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. And I'm very picky, so 7.5 is actually a very good number. You hear me?
that is a good
Very good
number.
number.
7.5.
And
Anything over 5 is good.
and before we end the pod, I made a promise that in our next episode, starting in our next episode, if we ever have any Patreon supporters, and a Patreon supporter is somebody who could support the pod.
Contributes.
It's like a contribute. It's a little bit like a contributor, as low as like $1 a month, right? Somebody, which is like what, 6 cents a day. I find
Something
6
like that.
cents a day in my in my couch, and then
I thought you were gonna say like while walking my dog or something like.
no, it's just
Oh, there's 5
everywhere.
cents and
Yeah,
6 cents in there.
as you clean your house, you always find some change, right? So it's like 6 cents a day. It's like $1 a day, and what it does is it helps with the various expenses, right, of the keeping a pod alive. So I want to give a shout out, and then we're gonna do this on every single podcast. Anybody who supports the pod. They are prospect supporters. There's different tiers out there. The first one is for Sangham.
Sangram
Thank
Heat.
you, Sangram. It's the beer Sangram. I didn't forget your name. It was a beer mix-up.
Sangram.
Sangram.
I'm doing this right now.
I'm the worst.
He's like, I'm done.
No, on the next episode, I'm going to be like, we lost Sangram today.
Oh.
Sangram Mohit, thank you for your support, and also Alexander Gregory Mason for his Patreon support. So every podcast episode.
What about Luis Oliva?
I don't know that guy.
That guy puts out money all the time, brother.
Does? He does.
You're still waiting for his hat. You bastard.
That too, I guess. But we should do it at the beginning of the pod. I meant to do it. I meant to, if you and I were a professional podcast,
we're not.
We tell people we are, and then they hear us, right? They ain't professional. It's professional. They ain't.
What is this garbage?
What is this garbage? But if we were a professional podcast, we'd have like a exactly. We'd have some bullets on like, here's what we're going to talk about. So we'll start it in the beginning of every episode, so people get to hear it. But yeah, I mean, I think it's important. And also, we want to thank also our supporters on Instagram. Like that went from like 0 to, I think we're at like close to 600 now in the last couple weeks. So we got some. We got a little bit of a fan base going.
We're coming to take over, kids.
Thank you. And our Facebook is almost close to 900. Twitter's got a little work to do. We gotta spend some more time on Twitter. I think that might be our problem.
Yeah, I think it's our what do they call it when you have like a child that you don't give attention to? What do they call it?
It's a child we don't give attention to. Well, Trump is taking all the attention from Twitter, so they don't get the sucker stupid love out there.
We're not there yet.
No, we're not there yet. But we do thank all of our supporters, all our fans, everybody who likes our stuff, everybody who tunes in. It's very important to us, obviously.
Thank you.
Clearly, and that's why we're doing it. Because we have fun doing this, and and anytime we find out somebody's even listening, we're like, oh, Shimon, somebody's listening over here. You know what I mean? And I'm sure as we gain a new listener, we lose one from the bad Chinese jokes you make, the bad Italian accents and Russian and German accents I try to do. Once in a while we'll lose somebody. But again, it means a lot to us. So thanks to all our fans and our listeners. Yeah,
we love you.
Means a lot. I'm crying. Oh, this conversation, you're so sensitive. Let him cry, guys. You can't. People who aren't watching this, but there's some real tears going. Real tears. All right, brother. This was episode 56. I'll see you in episode 57.
Peace out.
Out.
You forgot.
Go clean that out.
All right, man.
See you, brother. Be safe.
All right, man. Take care.
Bye. Bye.